like Muslims too much, and for this video's subject, I thought it'd be appropriate for me to get absolutely pissed. Because one rule of mine is when discussing or debating the topic of Islam, make sure you're always highly drunk. Now, I, of course, don't like Islam from an atheist perspective. It's an oppressive, violent, tyrannical religion, which is still stuck in medieval times. They oppress women, they kill gays, and it's pretty self-evident through mass immigration that they do not integrate, and that's another thing. Although I might be a Marxist, I am against immigration because I've seen its fruits, and honestly, it's not good. There are no-go zone areas, no-go zones within big cities, where it's not a bunch of cultures mixing together as they told us, but one culture, Islam, dominating everything else. They don't mix, they don't want to mix, they don't want to be part of our progressive modern civilization. They want their medieval values, their medieval ways, their medieval beliefs. They don't want to be part of the modern liberal West. And really, we should have told all the progressives this, but when we did, they called us racists, which is strange. I mean, suggesting that bringing a bunch of people from societies that are still stuck in the medieval ages and bring them to modern Western progressive nations is a bad idea and will only end in more division. Someone that's racist is just very, very weird. Just truth. Pakistan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, Lebanon, Iraq, Jordan, Iran, Turkey. They're still stuck in the medieval ages. They haven't moved past the Middle Ages. They still live in the fucking Stone Age. Yet we just think that if we just bring these medieval savages to our nation, plot them on down and show them the fruits of our modern progressive Western values, they'll integrate fine. They won't. They won't. They won't. You can take an animal out of the jungle, but you can't take the jungle out the animal. They'll still think they're in the jungle. Same with Muslims. You could take them out of the sandy medieval hellhole and bring them to London, the progressive Western capital of the modern, progressive, liberal world. They'll still think they're in the medieval sandy hellhole. But like if you were to take one of the London liberal elites and bring them to some village in Pakistan, they'll still think that they were in the elites of London. I also have a problem with Muslim women. I don't like the way they cover themselves. I don't like the way they wear the hijab. I don't think a woman should cover her hair. There's no reason for it. Maybe if she was working at knowing a a factory where there's a danger of her hair being caught, or if she was a dinner lady. But aside from that, I don't think a woman should cover her hair. Well, of course, the niqab or the burqa, I don't agree with that either, because human beings, specifically our eyes, have been perfectly, I would say created, but no, adapted, yes, adapted by nature to recognize faces. And so to hide a woman's face where it's only showing her eyes, that is taking away a woman's humanity. That's why in video games, movies, all the bad guys only have their eyes showing. It's because our faces are the thing that makes us human. The human eye has been conditioned to recognize faces. And when we can't see faces, we don't see the thing we're looking at as human. And that's why it's very easy to see Muslims as subhuman or not human at all. Because if they hide their faces as such, they're not human. We don't recognize them as human. We don't see them as human. We don't compute that they're human. We think they're animals or something that's subhuman, like in the uncanny valley, where we have faces that are kind of human but not quite. That is probably where a woman in a burqa or a niqab would be in the uncanny valley, because they're kind of human but not really human. We can't see their faces, we can only see their eyes, and so they're not human. They're subhuman. Of course, not eating alcohol or not drinking bacon. Not drinking alcohol or not eating bacon, sorry. Now, the Quran actually says that Muslims shouldn't consume wine. So that means that beer, whiskey, gin, vodka, pretty much any other kind of alcohol apart from wine is fine for a Muslim to drink. Also, not eating bacon. I know that when the Quran was written to transport pork, especially in a place like the desert, is bad because when pork is when it goes off, it's unhealthy to eat. But still, there's health benefits to eating pork. It's very healthy, has lots of nutrients, and just tastes good. I love bacon. It's very nice. The also thing I don't really like about Islam is how people who supposedly are on my side of the political spectrum on the left like it. Why? Islam is against everything that we preach. It's against equality. It's against loving gay people. It's against respecting differences. It's against secularism. Islam hates women, it hates gays, and it wants a world order where all the world is controlled by Islam. It says in the Quran, Islam shall dominate the world, and they want that. They want that. They want to destroy all the progress we've made in women's rights and gay rights, all gone, so that they can bring about their world order. A world order where everyone is a Muslim, where everyone follows the rules of the Sharia. where everyone is a devout follower of the Quran, where everyone bows their head in every nation, in every country, everywhere towards Mecca, where the only flag that flies is the black flag of Islam. These people hate us and will continue to hate us. And if we don't do anything about them, they will destroy us. Islam and religion in general is the enemy of humanity, and it must be destroyed so that we can move forward towards a more atheistical future. A future where all men can be free from the mind-forged manacles of tyrannical faith. Where people are free to love who they want, dress how they want, be who they want.